Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and another video. Hope you've all had a good weekend and having a good Monday so far. So today's video, I'm going to talk about body image concerns when gaining. And this is something that I've had to deal with, not only with myself, but with a wide range of clientele. From females to males, like both deal with this. And I guess over my time, not only experiencing it myself, but also experiencing it with clients and knowing what makes them tick, I've developed some what you could call coping strategies, which I think it's funny because we have coping strategies for dieting. And most people tend to think that we only really need psychological coping strategies for dieting periods because they're hard, right? But I actually think that a lot of people can diet quite easily and that coping strategies don't really need to come into play as much as coping strategies are needed for gaining phases. So it's a topic that really does need some talking about, and there needs to be more videos out there. I know there's a lot out there with girls talking about their experiences, but guys really don't speak about it too much because one, they're a little bit scared to admit it, and two, it doesn't probably happen as frequently with males than it does females. But I've seen it not only with myself, but with clients. So essentially, body image concerns when gaining will arise when you've been lean. Trust me. Because if you haven't been lean, you'll have never seen your body in a different limelight. And whilst you still might have body confidence issues with the way that you look in general, they won't be heightened. They'll be heightened by when you see your body lean. As soon as you've seen it lean, you will see anything else as fat. Like, you'll just see anything above this shredded, conditioned, all of your abs in, veins everywhere look. You'll judge everything else completely differently. I promise you. So a prerequisite of big body image concerns when gaining is going to be getting lean. So this is why when you're young, it's probably best to spend a lot of your time gaining because you probably will end up with less issues early on. And that's probably a healthy thing because I think as you get more adults, you'll be able to deal with these things a little bit better. So when you do get into this phase where you want to build muscle, we've got to realise that some of the weight that you gain will be body fat. It just will. And you will see it. And you'll see it in pictures, you'll see it in the mirror, and you'll feel it when you wear clothes. You'll just be different. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to build maximal muscle mass, you'll have to appreciate that some level of fat gain will come with that. That's just something you're just going to have to realise and accept. However, how you deal with it will highly affect how effective and how advantageous your gaining phase is. I really do think that. So how to deal with this phase? The first things first is a lot of the time people focus on the wrong thing. So when you're dieting down, the primary focus, which again I think is sometimes wrong, is the physique. How do we look? How does this body part feel? Have I got a new vein? Am I more vascular? Do I have an extra ab? You know, it's all focused on like visually how you look. And that for the most part is very cool because obviously that's the goal. Getting lean is the goal. But at the same time, like when you're getting lean, you should still be focusing on training performance. Because I've talked about this in previous videos, if you want to maintain maximal muscle mass, you have got to focus on training performance. You've got to keep that as high and effective and efficient as possible. When gaining, a lot of people tend to hold too much focus on the way that they look. And I think this kills people. They focus on where is the body fat going and how bad do I look? And that's all they focus on. So when my clients check in a gaining phase, I really encourage them. The first thing they talk about in their video check-ins when they check in with me is I say, look, when you organise and you sit down, you get ready to do your video, which you send across to me, I say to them, please just think of 1 to 2 things that you've won this week. 2 to 3 wins. Whether it be training, whether it be nutrition, whether it be physique. A win. Think about what you've won this week. And then, if you can't think about what you've won, look at your training and tell me whether it's gone bad or good. Like, focus on training first and then talk to me about physique later. Because far too many people go in, they do their video check-in and they're like, AJ, body weight up by this, I feel fatter around this. And then all the focus is on how do I look? And it's not going to be something that you particularly enjoy. So I think what you should really be focusing on is primarily ticking the box of, have I progressed in some element of my training? Which, for the most part, anyone watching this, you can, guys. You can progress in some element of your training every single week. Every single week. Even if it's a deload and you made form better on a bent over row, that is a win. That is a win for your training. That is something that you can be happy about. And that's somewhat progressive. It's not progressive overload, but it's somewhat progressive. And you can take that into your next block of training and win and make further progress in terms of hypertrophy. So I think focusing on your training and focusing on how efficient your training is going, how much progress you are making, is key. Second to that, you should tick the box of, have I controlled my extraneous variables? Have I controlled my sleep, my stress? Have I controlled my meal timing? And have I eaten my overall calorie goal? If you've done all of those things and your body weight is going up at a controllable rate, which is very individual, and I can't say the specific number on this video because it just doesn't breed relevance to you guys. If your body weight is going up at an appreciable rate, your lifts are going up and you're eating your food, you will lay down some tissue. I just guarantee you. It'll be there. So worrying too much about the way that you look is only going to make you feel worse. I just think that. At some point you'll take pictures in your off season and you'll be like, wow, I'm looking thick. And this brings me on to my last point. There's so many things that we could discuss with regards to mindset, but these are my top tips. So my last point, my second point, is, when do you look at yourself? A lot of people and a lot of my clients look at themselves too frequently when they look the worst. They wake up and they immediately go to the mirror after they've been to the scale. Why? Because they weigh in, not necessarily my clients, but you guys potentially, any of you. You weigh in, you see a body weight increase, and then you go to the mirror to see where that body weight has gone. You do, don't you? Like, you must have done that before. I've done it. I've been in a bad situation with the scale before where all I think about is, where's that weight gone? So I go to the mirror, I look. Has it gone to my hips? Has it gone to my glutes? Has it gone to my low back, my chest, my face? I get very self-conscious about my face when I'm gaining initially. And then I just don't care. And I just appreciate that I've got a moon face. And remiss the shredded jaw. Yeah, strong. So yeah, I really highly recommend looking at yourself when you feel shit hot in a gaining phase. Look at yourself post-workout. Because obviously when you're dieting down, it's beneficial to look at yourself in the morning when you're a bit flatter, and it's a more sort of consistent lighting, very honest feedback. That's cool. But when you're gaining, I really do think that looking at yourself in a good light, end of the workout, is a great thing. It's a body confidence booster. Embrace, if you're a girl, embrace the thickness. Embrace like filling out your leggings. Embrace that. Embrace that you look thick and you look muscular and you look strong. Guys, embrace that you're filling out t-shirts. Embrace that you look bigger in hoodies. Embrace that you don't look like a drowned rat in a big t-shirt. Embrace that feeling and embrace the feeling of making progress. So that's my tips for body image when gaining, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video today. Hope you're having a good week so far, and we will for sure chat tomorrow. Cheers, guys.